trailer reaction for Disney's upcoming Snow White movie. You guys have seen many Snow White movies. The original, which is very good. I liked Mirror Mirror. There was the one with the Huntsman, actually. I've seen all of them in theaters. Will I watch this one? Probably not. Maybe. You know, I had a little soft spot for Rachel Zegler. She's pretty hot. I would fold that bitch like a lawn chair, you know? But
that's weird. Weird.
Yeah. This is basically going to be Disney's Snow White and the 7 DEI hires. I'm not kidding. This man, if those dwarfs are not actually dwarfs and they're like big, tall, black guys, Tyrones, man, this might actually be one of the movies.
A screenshot of like they actually did.
That's the thing. They did. Here's the thing. Going back about a year, there were the 7 diversity baristas. And you know
the 7 Starbucks baristas.
Right. They were all there. And oh boy, and they looked and probably smelled the part.
Oh,
and so now they have been replaced with really bad CGI of the actual dwarves. Because thank God for Peter Dinklage, he made sure that they wouldn't actually hire live action dwarves to play the 7 dwarves. Because that would be offensive.
Keep in mind, people, the backlash was so bad. They got rid of all the dwarfs as actors and just put CGI there. Yeah, you're not beating the only CGI allegations, fucking Disney. No. Really? Yeah. They fired the actual DEI people to just put CGI there. That's ridiculous.
Kind of like any other trailer. I'm kind of curious to see what the comments are going to look like.
They didn't just fire the weirdos to replace them with dwarves. They fired all of them and just replaced them with cartoons.
Computerized dwarves. Literally non-existent computer-generated dwarves. That's bro, they know it's just gonna bomb.
Isn't that kind of defeat the purpose of like live action?
Yeah. You think so? All
it's like when they say, "Oh, we're making a live action Lion King." It's not really live action. It's just.
I'm just saying
that's
right now.
That's neither a lion nor a king.
I'm just saying right now. After this trailer and we watch it live for this video, we're going to that comment section on YouTube where it's going to be at. I imagine this comments are going to be, this is certainly one of the movies ever made.
This is one of the movies of all time.
I want to go on record and say and apologize for being wrong about this. I insisted they were not going to release it.
No, that's not what you were saying. You were saying this was going to be $1 million movie. I mean, $1 billion.
No, yeah, I did say $1 million. I did say $1 million
movie.
Definitely $1 million movie.
Definitely worthy of being one of the movies.
No, if it was one of your shows, MSK, earlier this year, I said I'm confident it will never be released, and I'm wrong.
I'll be honest here. I thought they canned the whole thing.
Yeah, I thought it was good too.
I already hate it. Like, look at that.
I remember this conversation because I was like, they can't. They've backed themselves into a corner.
I thought they were gonna.
Do you think they can? How can they cancel a brown Snow White?
I thought they were gonna do it like Batwoman.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, they made a black Little Mermaid.
Or go straight to Disney Plus.
Also, they're trying to tell us that Gal Gadot is somehow uglier than Rachel Zegler.
The only thing straight to Disney Plus they could do as far as these live actions was our little fucking Apu Indian Peter Pan. Because they didn't really give a fuck about him.
Wendy in the 20 DEI hires. Oh, and Peter Pan's here too.
Oh shit! All right, let's go.
All right,
you guys heard that right? Just making sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Disney
like
invites
a horror
you.
Movie.
And deer was like, "What the fuck, bitch?"
What is Disney inviting me
to?
to?
I'm gonna be honest. From right now, it actually looks like the cartoon in live action. So far.
Oh, whistle while you work.
And now I hate it.
Whistle while you work. Magic mirror on the wall.
Oh, mama.
Who's the fairest one of all?
No.
They went back and reshot the entire damn movie to make it in line with the fucking cartoon.
Of course they
say
did.
that.
You notice they're limiting the shots and the angles so that it actually is reflective of iconic scenes like from the bridge or her walking up the stairs from the cartoon and seeing just the silhouette of her, the blue dress with the yellow gown, the black bob hair. And honestly, if they didn't promote it so much with the identity politics and just said, hey,
if Rachel
she's
Zegler just
Snow
kept
White,
her fucking mouth shut,
most people probably wouldn't even know, like, oh wait, she's not exactly Snow White, is she?
I want to point this out. The original reason why, well, there's many reasons, but one of the main key ones was the love interest thing that she brought up in one of those interviews she had. At the where she said that we're gonna have a love interest. I'll be honest here, the love interest is here, but keep in mind, this is after all that backlash. So they went and, like I said, we know they reshot most of this. Okay, so I'll just say this right now. This doesn't look that bad.
Not going to be saved by the prince.
I'll say this doesn't look that bad. Honestly, I think some of the CGI looks pretty janky. You can tell that looks.
It looks janky. It looks made for TV.
Yeah.
It looks like on
it doesn't look that bad.
Disney Plus.
I guess
it looks like you would see like Sunday Night Special on the Disney Channel, the live action reinterpretation of Snow White,
like they used to do back in the 80s.
Look at that fucking deer. It looks like Roger Rabbit, man.
Am I tripping balls here? Or does this look like a shot from Friday the 13th?
Okay, all right.
I was thinking
more Evil Dead.
I was
getting okay.
I'm gonna go around the panel really quickly. We'll get everyone's quick thoughts, and then we'll go to the YouTube comments parts of this trailer. It's probably gonna be gold.
It's gonna be awesome.
Nate, all right, quick thoughts on the trailer. Good, bad, make you interested in watching the movie?
Kind of like what they said. Yeah, this looks like they definitely went back and reshot about maybe 90% of the movie, because this does not look like the movie we were originally supposed to get. But that still doesn't mean that Disney isn't hiding something and being sneaky, especially when DEI bullshit is concerned, and especially Rachel Zegler, man. Like, there's just no way to overlook her comments and the stuff she, was saying before, this trailer, even dropped. I'm gonna go into this probably the same way I've gone into everything else that's been Disney related recently. I'm gonna go in cautiously optimistic. If it turns out to be not as bad as what we thought it was, or what we thought it was going to be, cool. But if it turns out to be, if it turns out to be worse than what we thought it was going to be, oh boy.
Do what I told you to do, man. Before you go into that theater room, flip a coin. Just say fuck it. I'm not like actually pull a two-face, flip that coin. You never know what you're gonna get. All right, Darnell, your quick thoughts, good, bad. Would you take your daughter to see it? You actually have kids, so would you take your daughter to see this?
No intention of going see this in the movies. I'm gonna nope. We'll wait for Disney Plus. I'm gonna go see the Daily Wire version.
Oh, they are. Oh, gee, you're right. They are doing one.
Yeah.
I
forgot about that.
Brett Cooper as Snow White. All right, Snow Hot. Yeah. All right.
Snow Fat.
Drunken. Good, bad. Gonna watch it? No.
When you brought up take a coin, I thought when you go to the theater, you need to take. I thought it was a hammer to hit you in the head before watching the movie.
Fuck.
I go back to my original thought is that they went back, reshot it after the backlash to actually make it respectful to the first full length feature animated movie that Disney ever did.
Yeah, remember the original the son of the guy who made the original. He talked about how bad her comments were and how bad like the set photos looked. That must have meant something. Like it was. Who got factor in? She literally said she didn't even like Snow White, and it's like, why? Okay, then why did you take the role then? And she even mentioned this when she was in Shazam.
No,
she's like, I'm only really in this. Yeah, she mentioned it in Shazam, the premiere. They're like, why are you in here? She's like, well, I had no jobs, and they weren't really. She's really only just here for money. If we're being completely honest here.
And the thing about it is, with Snow White though, there wasn't just a right-wing backlash. This was normies backlashing against it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's the reason why they went back and redid it.
Iron.
Yeah, and I want to just add to exactly what Drunken Emerald Arrow, I have to say it slowly, was saying. It did hit the normies because this wasn't just an attack on everybody saying, oh, only racist, just like with Little Mermaid or Mad, because Rachel's like, nobody would have actually given a fuck, because watching that, she's cute. She looks like Snow White to a point.
Mexican.
She sings fine. She sang actually that one little song where you heard her singing Whistle While You Work. That sounded pretty solid.
Yeah.
She sounded all right.
Yeah.
The problem was the shitting on the basic the fundamentals of the story itself, being that it's a love story, that the prince saves her with love's eternal kiss.
Yeah.
The only thing that could break the fucking evil
Not
queen
I'm a
curse.
man. It's love's eternal kiss.
Yeah. Yes. It was about love, but that's heteronormative love, and well, we're just not really for that anymore. We have to make her stand on her own 2 feet and go to college and get become a CEO and have 14 abortions.
Here's the thing: at that interview, she basically said the movie was outdated, and evidently so.
Yes,
she made an emphasis to put up the outdated. Oh,
the only person that made Rachel Zegler unlikable was Rachel Zegler.
Yep.
Because yes, would she have gotten some slack, some fucking jokes about being, snow beige?
Yeah.
Sure. But she could have just ignored it, played the role. And if the story was actually the original Snow White story with that, maybe a few little bells and whistles and added elements, it would have been fine and no one would have cared, especially if she looked the part and sang good, which from what I saw, she could have fucking done. But that's not what happened. The main thing was attacking that love story element to your point. Story.
Yeah, the thing to tackle onto your point, Disney has race swapped a lot of these girls. Now, for the reason why Snow White is like the biggest offender of that, in the novelization, from what I do know, because we did read it at school.
Skin is white as snow.
Skin is white as snow. That's a fucking Puerto Rican.
Yes, her skin is. It's as beige as sand. It's pretty.
Yeah. If you're not gonna cast a white girl for Snow White,
dude,
then bro,
especially when you got chicks like Elle Fanning, some of these like the palest bitches out there that could have knocked it out of the park and played the character, but they don't.
Because if we're gonna do like accurate representations of these princesses, why isn't Snow White? I don't know, white. God forbid.
Here's my other problem. And back before Rachel Zegler actually shot herself in the fucking face by talking,
allegedly.
So
like Halloween kills.
What I'm talking about, metaphorically speaking, she ruined her reputation by speaking, thus shooting herself in the face. Anyway, so here's the thing. Before that, when it wasn't her talking about, like, it was the Disney marketing, we've got a Latinx girl playing Snow White. How do you like that, motherfuckers?
That's the whitest Cuban I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were throwing it out there that they were making sure that this character, who is based on a European fairy tale with skin as white as snow, would be played by a non-European actor whose skin is neither white as nor as snow. It was the studio's fault, and that's what they were marketing on, that the diversity bullshit. They did the same thing to the girl that played Ariel, which is why I do feel sorry for her too. She said a lot of stupid shit too, not nearly as bad as Rachel Zegler.
To be fair, she's black. She deserved all that backlash, honestly. But that's just me personally.
She was actually not terrible in that movie.
No,
I can back that.
Keep in mind, Snow White doesn't have, to my knowledge, outside of the book iteration and the movies that we've seen, there's no like multiverse of Snow White out there. She literally is just one single entity of a character.
Yeah,
so,
Snow White in the multiverse of madness.
My whole thing is, here's where Snow White. Fucker. If the studio hadn't said shit about casting based on race, if Rachel Zegler hadn't said people don't like me because of racism, the old story's outdated, and we're shitting on the love story, it could have just been like a few people making jokes like, oh, Snow White, huh? And then if she did a good job after that, no one would fucking care.
Snow White's fighting interdimensional demons with
suddenly
Doctor Strange.
You see the portal open up, and then here comes a white Snow White and a Mexican Snow White. And
there's a Russian Snow White, a Cuban Snow White,
and
the Snow White
head.
The Snow White core.
The Snow White core.
Snow White from Mars.
You get the Snow White from Zimbabwe with the plate lip.
I'm Snow White. You got Head White.
Head White. Jesus Christ.
You got Snow White from the Hood with dreadlocks.
Snow White from the Hood. Holy shit.
Yeah, she comes out twerking on a cop car.
Basically, Mimi Savari from that movie.
Oh, did we just create a better movie than Disney?
Yeah, like I'm just saying, Snow White versus Morbius will honestly make $1 billion at the box office.
Honestly, if I had money,
I mean,
like
Morbius is white as snow. She wants her skin.
If I had won like the lottery when it was at the top thing,
in the billions,
just to do something just as a troll, and if I only got to do like $400 million into this movie, Snow White and the Multiverse of Madness, to come out right at the same time as Disney's Snow White and have everything we just talked about.
Oh shit.
And you know what? I would cast Snow White Prime would be the girl who played
Precious.
Rose Tico.
The black Snow White and Snowisha from Earth 2. Holy shit.
The Thanos of the Snow White universe is just the original from the original animated cartoon. Rachel Zegler, Rachel Zegler shows up and she's like, "You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me."
God. Can we have Snow White versus the Avengers?
Have a whole animated scenario where it looks like the Disney Snow White in black and white, and then just some like interdimensional beings coming out and like brutally murdering her.
Okay. Let's go over some of the comments.
And all of the little forest animals too, like taking the rabbit and just fucking smacking it on his head.
She's playing whack. She's playing whack.
Snow White in the Multiverse of Madness. I love this idea.
Her and the black girl take the deer and just start banging it on the fucking ground because they have nothing to eat in the fucking scene because they're starving.
Or it's the woodland creatures from South Park.
Yeah. It's like Happy Tree Friends. She's grabbing the deer by its hind legs and like pulling it apart. Like,
yes.
Snow White Hulk. Snow Hulk. Holy
Snow Hulk. It's Snoke.
Oh, the one thing I'll say is in the trailer we didn't see the dwarfs that much. Oh wait,
no,
we didn't get the DEI dwarfs.
We didn't see the dwarfs not much.
All.
We didn't see them at all. We saw their shadows walking on the bridge, almost exactly superimposed from the cartoon from the 20s. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the trailers. Comments. Just I think I was going through some of them. It was just one. I love the part where she said weird. Truly one of the moments in a movie. Oh god. Nobody asked for this or for the other live action remakes y'all have made recently. Very cringe. How about paying all of your employees a higher wage instead of wasting millions? That would also require those employees making good movies to get paid more money. Just saying.
Wait, go a little bit. Right.
As an Asian guy, I'll be very happy to play the role of Rapunzel.
What? No.
What?
Where is it? Ezra West comment. Go up to
Ezra West.
Right. Yeah.
Did they cut the 7 magical creatures of all sizes, genders from?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Hopefully, those reshoots were to reduce the message and actually focus on making a good movie rather than preaching to your audience. But it is Disney, so not expecting much.
It's still gonna be preachy. Look at that scene where she falls into the weird cave and the deer with the red eyes. It's like, she's going to be the one saving the prince, or the prince is just going to be some bumbling idiot trying to get laid who just sucks and dies at some point.
That's why with that red eye deer, that's why I thought of the woodland creatures from South Park.
The prince falls victim to the Council of Snow Whites.
Guess the snow got polluted. # fight climate change. Okay. All right.
No. Wow.
Yeah, okay, the reception here is pretty positive. It's not as bad as like some of those Sony Marvel movies, Actually,
wait. I can only see Snow Brown and her 7 CGI dwarfs. Snow Brown.
It's a movie about heroin. Snow Brown.
You know, Snow Brown actually does sound racist. That's why I stick with beige sand. Come on, be creative.
The YouTube critics are already sharpening their pitchforks. Oh, we know who you're referring to. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck you.
It says I'm not a racist or anything. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's how you know you're gonna read a great comment. I'm not a racist, but
I'm not a racist or anything. But
I'm not a racist or anything. But Snow White is called Snow White because of how pale she was and how her lips were bloody red. Their daughter's hair was black as a raven. Her lips. Okay, that sounds kind of gay.
That's actually that's from the book.
Yeah. He was just giving a description of who Snow White was. I was like, you would need to put your races or anything. That's common knowledge.
Yeah. So you don't even have to qualify that, dude. All you did was make it sound like you kind of maybe are
said
racist.
Actual facts, but like I'm not racist. It's like okay,
dude. Right, just say. These are the facts from this is the character description from the book. I had the same problem when the Dark Tower, which is my favorite
Snow White by
fucking book series of all time.
It's
and
top 3 for me.
They cast my favorite character, Roland of Gilead, with one of my favorite actors, fucking Idris Elba. Wrong pick. He does that's not say he yes.
My favorite
I know.
They describe his pale skin and blonde graying hair.
He's King is going on record saying it's Clint Eastwood.
Yes, he is modeled after fucking Clint Eastwood. So Scott Eastwood should have played him. Or even
most of the comments are it's pretty divisive here. Like, I'll be honest with you, from the trailer, it didn't look that bad, but the problem here is the CGI made it look really unbearable.
Well, here's the thing. It didn't look bad, but they didn't show us anything.
That's true. That's true.
And they didn't show shit. They didn't even they only showed Rachel Zegler's face twice in the whole trailer. Okay. The rest, it was the back of her head, her shoulder, the dress.
I'm not complaining.
For as close as it is to release, it shouldn't be doing a teaser trailer. It should be a full trailer right now.
But the thing is everyone still has a complete bad taste from everything that's led up to this trailer.
Yeah,
it's not our fault. Not our fault.
The biggest thing, the biggest misfire they had was obvious. The Little Mermaid. Again, that wasn't even little girls were upset. It's like, that's not Ariel. Like little black girls, you have them on fucking YouTube and TikTok going like, no, mommy, that's not Ariel.
Of course.
She looks like me.
Now, other than those, the fake ones, the best one was when that Chinese kid was sitting there with the black, like the rip-off face mask. She looked like me, mommy. Now, what they could have done was just called it the Little Mermaid, but used African, Jamaican, Caribbean folklore, which is plenty of, and told an original story with a new mermaid, but called it the Little Mermaid with original songs.
Yeah.
Problem fucking solved.
Just want to say,
no, not that. God,
it didn't look that bad, but the CGI was something. And keep in mind, same thing I said with the Captain America trailer. We only got a teaser trailer. We only got a minute and 30 seconds. So be honest here, when we get full trailers for this might literally be one of the movies ever made. Honestly,
now it looks like made for TV. It looks like made for Disney Channel on a Monday night back in 1989. Okay, when I was in fucking kindergarten.
Well, I will say that it definitely looks like the CGI. The actress acted, the producers produced, and the movie's gonna movie.
Yeah.
Hold on, Walter. Kids don't give a shit about lore accurate. Only the parents do. Oh, thank you.
Well, the parents
when they're didn't give a shit either, because if we all did, many of the Disney classics would be ridiculed. Well, here's the thing: those classics, they weren't Disney classics to begin with. Disney just made movies about these classics, and now Disney is changing these classics, and they have been changed. To be fair, they changed them back in our day with the originals too,
right?
Like like just a
But the thing here about that, it's about lore accurate. At least could we get the main character? So the director goes,
but
I'll make my own new story. Could you at least cast the lady to look at least what she looks like? Can she not be white? At least bare minimum shit here,
or a new or a new character
that could work too.
It could still be called The Little Mermaid, but be in a complete
Snow White origin.
Little Mermaid in the hood.
In the hood. All Snow White is a mantle.
Okay, are done. So thank you guys for checking out this video. Have a good day.